What's up, guys? It's D Brown with Headz, and today we don't necessarily have a workout episode, but we do have a question that was asked on my YouTube video, my YouTube channel, that I really want to get to. The question came on my video, how I ran 10.6 in the 100 track and field tips that I have on my page. And the question is from a guy by the name of AL. I'm not sure if he's a subscriber or not, but he watched the video and he put a comment. The comment said, "Can you be moderately built and do long endurance? Most long distance runners are very skinny but last long because they train to build their slow twitch muscles. Is there a balance between, or is there a balance, because I want to do a 2:30 marathon and do a 100 and anything under 11 seconds right now. I'm mostly doing calisthenics and doing some treadmill at about 8 to 11 miles an hour. If I go above 11, it's mad loud at the gym." So, interesting question, and this is how I want to answer it, because it took a while for me to really, I want to make this answer as thorough but as condensed as possible. So, yes, it is possible to run a 2:30 marathon and go sub 11. Can you do it in the same shape? Like, can you do it in the same moment? Can you do it on the same day? I think the chances are slim to none unless you're on the super elite level. As you said, the marathon is not just like the further you go up in distance, in terms of like the mile, the 5K, 10K, half marathon, the more that you use your different muscle fibers, your slow twitch muscle fibers, that's the further you get away from the 100, which is pretty much after 60 meters is alactic. It uses a different energy system. So the chances of you being in peak conditioning, unless you're like a 10 flat athlete, and you just want to get into marathon shape and you still have some residual effects from the 100, and you have the ability to go sub 10, sub 11, I don't think it's possible to do it on the same day, being in the same kind of shape, unless you're on the super elite level. And honestly, there's not, and if there is anyone that could do it, it's pretty slim to none, because usually these are guys that don't necessarily need 10 sub 11 speed in order to do well in a marathon. I think that's the key. There's not many people that would want to get in 2:30 marathon shape and sub 11 shape. That sounds like very bucket list type of goals, where you do maybe the marathon first, you get in shape for that, you knock it out, and then you train towards that separate goal, which is a sub 11 100. So to answer your question, I think the best thing to do to be safe, to make sure that you're not getting yourself injured, because that's the biggest thing too. You're using two different set of muscle fibers. I'm at the park right now, so I see some kids crossing the street, and I'm hopefully they know how to cross the street. So obviously, like I said, when you're doing the marathon, you're using a different set of muscle fibers. You're using slow twitch muscle fibers, which don't require you to turn over and don't require that much force. They don't generate that much force, and those are two things that you need to run a sub 11 100. Okay, so with that being said, I don't think that is possible. In order to do the best that you can in the marathon, you have to sacrifice some things that will get you to do very well in the 100, and vice versa. If you want to be a sub 11 100 meter runner, the first thing that most sprinters are going to tell you, or most coaches are going to tell you, or I would tell you, is that you probably need to get into the weight room to generate the force that you need in order to, for your steps to propel you down the track in an efficient but explosive way. Okay, and those are going to hit certain muscle fibers that you won't necessarily need for the marathon. They will definitely help you, but there's not many marathoners that are out there squatting 300 pounds. And I mean, lifting 300 pounds isn't a prerequisite to run a sub 11 100, but you get my point. And also being skinny doesn't determine whether you can run a fast 2:30 marathon or not either. It's just that a lot of the guys and distance runners who do run those kind of times in a marathon, their body is so efficient at burning calories and their metabolism is so high that's how their body responds to the training that they do, and the way that their body processes calories and things of that nature. So you're not going to find many swole distance runners. So with that being said, like I said, to get back to the question, you can be moderately built to to do long endurance, the only way to maintain any kind of weight is to eat a bunch of calories, but at the same time, to be like 2:30 is a pretty elite time for a marathon. So I'm not sure what shape you're in to do the 100 or the marathon. If you're talking about you're a 240 marathoner and you're going to 2:30, then that's not that much of a jump. That's just a little adjustment in the course, right? If you're 11.2 and you're trying to get to 11 flat, that's just a little adjustment. But I have no idea what shape that you're in. All I know is that those are two big goals, and I wouldn't suggest tackling them all at once. I would suggest tackling them on 2 different times, 2 different occasions, and making sure that you keep your body in check, because once your body goes into that marathon mode of training, it's gonna be hard, or it's gonna take I don't want to say hard. It's gonna take a while for your body to jump back into turning over and the speed and power necessary to run the sub 11 100. You were also talking about doing calisthenics. Calisthenics is cool. It's a good prerequisite to doing weight training and to doing the explosive training that you need to run the 100. So, I would add plyos in there. I would add different things in there to make sure that you stay healthy. But calisthenics are a good start. And also, you said you go on the treadmill. So, one thing about the treadmill is that the treadmill that's a whole separate video, but the treadmill is okay to stay in shape if it's like raining outside or something like that. But a treadmill is not a good indicator of how fast you can run. Okay, you see a lot of kids on the internet, they can go 24 miles an hour, and Usain Bolt went 27 miles an hour, so I'm just as fast as Usain Bolt. No, okay, a treadmill it's so hard to explain, but basically, like, a treadmill is not a good indicator of how fast you can run. Okay, you don't build up that force. All you're doing is maintaining the force that the treadmill gives you. All right, so 8 to 11 miles an hour is cool, but the best way to get faster would be to go out there and sprint, and run it at 95%, not 100%, but 95%, and don't sprint every day, sprint occasionally. All right, so with that being said, I hope that answered your question, AL. Thanks for watching the video about 10-6, and guys, if you have any questions, please let me know so that I can answer them on my channel, and other people can see, because that was a pretty interesting question. As soon as I read it, I'm just like, I gotta make a video about this. I can't type this. This has to be, on the actual channel. So, guys, I want to thank you guys for watching. This is D Brown with Headz. Peace. And before you leave, make sure you subscribe. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure you comment. And I want to talk to you guys later. All right, check out the new video that's coming out with me doing plyos, getting ready for this meet, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Peace.